Welcome to episode 2 of the awesome GifMeme generator. Last time we got stuck. And ChatGPT told us that it's not possible to do what I want to do. And I am trying to not create a server sequence. So basically, I don't want to have a server running to process GIFs. I want to try to do it all in JavaScript. So we're going to keep trying that. And if we have to go to the server, we will. But we're going to try. We're going to do our best. So let's see what happens. Hobbs is here with us. He's over here. That's Hobbs. He's going to be enjoying this time. So here we go. So I'm going to break things down into like a next step. And the where I'm stuck is we got the first frame from a GIF. And basically now we need to get another frame from a GIF, but it got stuck. So I'm basically asking it now, what are 5 different ways to grab the 5th frame in a GIF using only the JavaScript and then rendering it as an image? And it does have an example here of a way to grab another frame. And if that's the case, then hypothetically, we should be able to put this together. So let's try it. So I'm going to paste in the HTML page and then ask it to implement this first option with what we've already created and see what happens. And here we go. Sorry for the noise. That was my cat dropping my AirPods off the table. All right, it says that it's going to work with our old format, so let's give it a try. All right, so this is the second time I've had the same issue where it tells me how to do it, and then what it gives back is the wrong code and doesn't work. And then I say, hey, this doesn't work, and the reason it says, oh, it's this other library. Here's like, and I don't know how to do this one. So libgif.js is what it seems to want to use to find different frames. And this is a library that hasn't been updated in 8 years, so I don't know. But let's give it a try. Maybe this will get us to where we need to go. All right, so I've got new code. I had one issue where there was an error, and I'm running it. It has to run in the local host with the trick that we used in the last one. And so now let's test it to see if our welcome to the internet. Okay, hey, the color changed. And let's see if this is the 5th frame. So let's go to preview. And the 5th frame looks like this. Okay. Okay. So we've got one of these. So now we need, this was just a test to see the 5th frame. So now we have it doing what it said it couldn't do before. That's a good sign. Now we just need to grab the other frames. And now we're going to just reuse the same exact prompt that we had before and cross our fingers that it knows enough to put this all together now. I think it might, since it has something working from a certain frame. And it seems to be saying sure, which is a good sign. It's interesting it calls it a 2x2 grid, but I suppose it's 2x2 and 2x2. I guess 4x4. Yeah, I guess that would be 4 and 4. These things are, yeah, you'd think it would be clear. But 2x2 does not, like in my brain, signify 4 things. We're going to give it a try. Whenever I say things like this, I'm like, am I dumb? Yeah, sometimes. When I was doing one of my other videos a while back on TikTok, there was something where I said something about telling time, and I got so much crap about people saying like, does he not know how to tell time? I know how to tell time, but sometimes I'm a little slow. All right, we've got our code. Let's test it out. All right, we've got it copied into here. And we're going to reload. We've got 4 boxes again. Let's see what we got. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we've got, each border is different, which is not quite what we want. And this is pretty funny. I'm enjoying this. We're really close to actually getting this working. These are 4 different images. So I think if we make the borders all the same and we make it connect, I wonder if this resizes. Let's see. Oh, look at that, it resizes too. We can just put like a max width on here or something. Because like we want, good size. We can put a max width. We can make the borders all the same color and we can remove this spacing. We need the border over here. All right, let's give that a try. These two bottom ones are making me laugh. All right, so I wrote down some changes. I'm also going to keep track of some of the next thing we're going to do over here in the notes, just so I can remember as I go along. But we're going to make the border colors all the same random color, and I'm just letting it know that feedback loop of each, right now each is different, since it can't actually see what's going on or anything. ChatGPT does not yet have eyes. On the images on the right side, there is no border. It should be the same. And no margin in between the images, top and bottom. Because right here you see there's this this blue thing. And actually there's a margin on the right-hand side too, but we'll get to that after. And then I also want to do a max width. So I'll add that in here as well. So for the max width, I'm just telling it to have the 2x2 image container. I think you'll understand that. I think this is about a good size. The way I do it is I just use the screenshot tool, which on Mac, which is Shift Command 4. And then you can see as you drag it, you can see how many pixels. So you can see like this is like 480, 490 or whatever pixels wide. This is a pretty good size, I feel like. So I feel like saying a max of maybe 500 feels about right. So I'll just put that here, 500 pix. And then let's see what we get. All right, we've got new code, so we're just going to copy it in, bring it into our text editor, save it, and reload. Okay, so now we can already see that there's a screen box. This is pretty ugly, so we're going to need to tell it. I guess I'll add something about fix border before upload. So let's give this a shot. Upload our graphic. Okay, we've got borders all through here. We need to make these so they're going to be not thicker here. But that looks pretty good. This is pretty funny. And then we can put text, like a text overlay of this. And if we do this again, we should get another color. Oh, you know what? We didn't say that they could upload another image, so although it might work. So we're just gonna do this. See if we get another random. We have another random. So we're just gonna fix the colors here. I'm gonna add some spacing here. I think everything, we wanna check the max width. See if that seems to work too. Wow, and then does it get smaller as we go? It does. Excellent. Incredible. All right, let's clean this up a little bit more. First, I gotta clean up these things. I really like checking off lists. So making all these little things go away, move them down as my cat screams is very satisfying. One thing I know that I want is basically the same margin above this, and so I could probably ask ChatGPT, but I know what I want. So if you open up the elements, I just go here and then I select whatever happens to be just by inspect element. Then I double click and then I just do the margin top is like 20 pixels, let's just say. And so that's actually not, it's a little bit smaller, so I actually want it to be about 25. So then I can just ask it what I want exactly right here, but probably could have just asked it to do it. It's just what I like. Okay, so I'm adding what I said before, which is that 25 pixel here. Then I actually don't know how to make these borders the same off the top of my head. So instead of being technical like the above, which I probably shouldn't do anyway, I'm just asking it, make it so the border looks the same everywhere. We'll see. And then I want to start building so that we can put text here. It is GifMeme after all. So add a text field where the user can add a caption for the image and then have the caption of the image overlay the preview. align to the bottom middle. Yeah. Let's see. This is a little ambitious. But I love how cheerful it is. It's just, sure, here's how you can modify the code to meet the requirements. Excellent, thank you. All right, we've got the code, so we're gonna bring it in. We're gonna save it, and then let's reload. Oh, now we have a new border, but we do have a captioned area. So we've got some 1 step forward, 2 steps back here. We've got, this did not help us with the borders. I kind of want to go back to what we had before. And my margin is not here. Oh, I'm so sad. See, I made it do something specific, and then it's not going to work. So I should have just asked it to do. Okay, so let's test our text up. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. It's not the right size, but this is getting what we want to do. Very close. Let's clean it up a bit. All right, so a couple little changes that we're going to make. Just going to ask it to set the borders back to before. Ask it to do the margin. It changed the way these are working. That's why it didn't work. Yeah, so it did what I said exactly, but then it changed the way the code was structured a little bit around those because I was asking for the border changes. I'm also asking for some text next to here that says caption. And then I'm just basically asking for what I want a little more clearly. Instead of saying specifically, which I started to do that, like tell it an exact font size, I'm just going to say, make the caption text double the size, wrap it when it's longer, and resize as the window gets larger or smaller. Because actually, I don't know how to do that with CSS. I'm sure there's a way, but I don't know it offhand. So, especially since it's like not inside the container, but around it. I guess that's just going to be a max width again. But anyway, let's see what it does. Here we go. Here we go. This one's kind of weird. There's no stop the generation button right now, and also it's giving me the code twice. So that's a little strange. And there's some bug going on right here. It says wrap, then when I apologize for the incomplete response, here's the complete version. So some hiccup just happened. Interesting, but we're going to copy this first code and see what happens. Look at here, we've got some progress. We've got a caption that goes over. I guess we can move it up a tiny bit so it doesn't move on that border. Our borders are back to where it used to be. We're still missing this top margin. It wasn't able to figure that out. But this is a solid caption. I mean, not the caption itself. We got this little text box. I feel like we're doing it. Like somebody's gonna make a great meme out of this here soon. All right, I'm just playing here. Here's my latest changes requests. I'm gonna, first of all, because when you first load and this just shows all these borders, we're gonna try to get rid of that. So before the user uploads an image, do not show the image borders. We're gonna have the bottom two images have no top border. That's my idea on how to make the border size the same since it hasn't been able to figure it out. I'm gonna add a bottom margin of 25 to this since the top margin is not working. And I'm asking it to fix that the caption text is not getting smaller as the window. This is not all that important because we should probably always have it as 500 pixels, but I'd like to fix that if I can. It's interesting that it's doing the same thing again, giving me the code, and then it's saying it's incomplete and doing that. So there must be something going on behind the scenes right now. Actually, it kept doing it. It kept going over and over. But I also see that this, like the stop, just moved over here, or maybe it was before, but I'm just noticing that it's over here. So there might be some changes going on that's messing things up. But we have a new version. The borders are gone, which is great. We've got, oh no, the borders are gone. The borders are gone completely. No. Right? It's gone, right? Oh no, I said remove the border, so now it's not putting the border back. Oh, that's so sad. Oh no, it is there. Wait, last time did we get exactly the same color as we have the background? Is this some sort of like extremely rare event that just occurred? Let's try this again. Did that really happen? Oh my gosh. Maybe there's only like 7 colors or something, even though I said random. Okay, so we got borders. That's looking good. We still have the borders are not quite right. And we don't have our margin here. So we're making one step forward, one step back. Also our caption, it looks like it is actually getting smaller or bigger depending on the window size. So that's great news, but now we just need to calibrate the size. And so we can do that by inspecting it there and grabbing what the size is, and then let's make it bigger. So I think it's like, I think I want about, what do you think? What's a good meme? Maybe about there, right? And then does it get the same as you get smaller? Oh, it does. That's really nice, although it's a little pixelated when it's smaller. But that looks pretty good, right? Okay, so it's 7 VW. All right, let's get these changes in. Okay, we're getting close. I just did a little bit of thinking around the borders work, and I'm just gonna tell it, this is a little hacky because it won't allow us to do more in the future, which I'd like to have it so we can have like 8 frames, or maybe change the custom in the future, you know, in the distant future. I'm already like, I think I'm about done with this project now. So, but I wanna get it to something shippable here. So what I'm going to do here is say remove the top borders on the 3rd and the 4th frame, and on the 2nd and the 4th remove the left border. So that should make everything even, I believe. And then I'm adding a little bit of margin here. The way that it was before was 0, and so it was going over the borders here. So let's see how this works. We will submit this. Oh, look at this. It's having a problem still. It almost made it. Poor little ChatGPT struggle bus today. We got almost all the code except for this last caret, which we can fix quite easily. We can save that. And then we can reload. And let's see what we have. Now, why is this off center now? Or maybe it always was. Maybe it always was. Oh, now it looks good. Okay, we've got a border. We've got a border, or sorry, we've got a margin up here. I don't know why this didn't work. And then we've got this here. Oh, it's huge. So look at that. We have a meme. I mean, this is solid, right? I would give this like a 2 out of 10, maybe. And that's being generous. I mean, I just feel like we got to clean up these borders, and then we're just about done. I messed things up somewhere along here as I'm trying to figure out. It did put the border top and left none like I asked, and again, it did what I asked, but there's some things wrong, and so I guess it's always the balance of asking it for what you want exactly or the concepts, and I think I need to learn to ask for the concepts in a really clear way. And it's almost like cheating when I ask for something specific. And when I ask for something specific, it doesn't understand the reason why. Not that it doesn't understand, I don't know, whatever. But it doesn't have context, and so it's less likely to work or keep working depending on changes that it makes. So I might need to explain this a little bit more to it. Okay, so we're gonna make a couple changes here. I'm trying to explain it now. So to explain how the borders are working and why I have an issue with it. This is a shot in the dark, to be honest. I'm gonna make the upload button say something more friendly and look a little better, hopefully. Same with caption down here. Just clean it up a little bit. Let's send and see what happens. Still doing its crazy thing, but I think we got the code now. Oh my gosh, it's in an infinite loop and ends right here every time. This is sort of the boring part about coding, which is like getting this last little bit. The first 80% is a lot of fun, but this cleanup part is not a part that I really enjoy all that much, especially when something stops working, like ChatGPT. When your AI stops working, what are you supposed to do? The other day, somebody described AI as like a crutch, and I'm experiencing that right now. I'm waiting on it, but ideally more like a bicycle. But anyway, right now, I am definitely caught in like, oh, well, I need to wait for this to work. But I do think this is definitely the future of coding. Just being able to explain things clearly and ask for it is really all you're going to be able to need to do. And it's still getting caught here. Oh, no. What do we do? It's actually 90% of the code, so I think actually this is going to be fine. I don't think we're missing anything important here, and I probably should just start a new chat when it starts doing this. All right, we're just going to start a new chat, and we're going to put it in now. I've saved it. Oh, it changed this to the top thing as well. No file chosen. So it made a few changes here. Some good, some bad. Oh, it added it here again. Darn, this still isn't fixed. And caption is above it now. Well, it really did not understand my instructions, but I think things were just kind of confused. It was getting really stupid. So we're going to start a new chat, and I'm going to try again. All right, so I loaded it into a new chat and still doing the same kinds of things, and the instructions came out with the same exact issue. So I think the problem is probably the way that I'm explaining it. But we are really close. We're going to clean it up in episode 3 because it's going to take a little bit to just get to this. It's like that. It is that extra 20% on the bottom, but then we're going to get it and we're going to upload it and it's going to be live. So thanks for joining along. Let's see if we can finish it on the next one.